Can you still hear me now?
Yeah.
Great. Okay, cool. I will go ahead and mute you. You're all muted. Right, give me 1 minute. There may be a couple of others joining. There's Tam. Good evening. We're going to start in a comfortable seat. I'll be back in 1 second. Come into a comfortable seat. Adjust into it. Feel that the legs are heavy and the hips are allowed to open up. And the spine is tall. Crown of the head lifts. And the shoulders relax. And take an inhale through the nose. And sigh out through the mouth. Close the eyes. And start to feel the breath, the natural rhythm of the natural breath. And just allow the inhales and the exhales to come and go. Start to notice the speed of this breath. Notice where the breath is moving to. Notice any areas in the torso that you don't feel the breath, if it feels constricted or blocked at all. We're going to start to just gently deepen the breath and expand it into those areas, and making the breath feel fuller, more rounded. The inhale expands into the ribs, the belly, the waist, the back. And then the exhale clears out completely, so complete exhale. And the belly starts to draw in. And the inhale, gently filling up, spreading the breath out. And exhaling completely. Just continue to breathe in this way, work with this breath, making it feel a little bit bigger and fuller on your inhale. And then squeezing all the breath out with your exhale. Just working in a way that feels comfortable for you. And follow each breath in. Follow each breath out. Keep the awareness on the breath. And we're going to sit for 5 more rounds like this. Focused attention on the breath. Each inhale allowing the torso to swell. And each exhale, torso contracts. And taking about 3 more rounds of breath like this. Ending that practice with a long exhale and returning to your normal, your natural cycle of breath. Bring your awareness inwards and take a moment to check in with yourself and see how you're doing. Notice anything that's coming up in the body, in the mind, the qualities of the breath after that short practice. We'll bring the hands into prayer in front of the heart. And as always, an opportunity to set an intention, be it for this practice, for your week ahead, for the rest of this year. And when the mind is blank, maybe you just catch hold of the first word that comes up. Let that be your focus. We'll take an inhale together. We'll send out your intentions with your exhale. And release your hands down. We're going to come down onto our backs. So come to lie down and hug the knees in. Just give the knees a squeeze in towards you. A little rock from side to side. And then extend the legs and the arms up to the sky. And take some wrist and ankle rolls. Get out some clicks and pops. Bring your right knee in and extend the left leg along the mat. Hug the knee towards your right armpit. And let the left leg just be heavy. Take 2 big breaths here. And switch sides. Left knee draws in, right leg along the mat. Hug the knee in towards your armpit. Couple of breaths. And bring both knees in wide. Both knees towards your armpits, and we'll take happy baby. So you could hold on behind the knees or your shins. You might be able to reach your feet or your ankles. So the knees towards the armpits, soles of the feet parallel to the ceiling. And then pull down. Press your tailbone down, so the pelvis or the tailbone presses down towards the floor. And the little rock from side to side. You might want to start to bend and straighten through the legs. See how that feels. And come back to center. Release the grip, bring the feet down onto the mat, and we'll take figure 4. Cross your right ankle over the left thigh. Flex the right foot and open that right knee up. You can stay exactly as you are, or we thread the needle with both hands, lacing around the back of the left thigh and the left foot just dangling down. Few breaths here. Release out and switch sides. Cross your left ankle over the right thigh. Stay here or thread the needle. Notice how it feels and where you're feeling it. And release and bring both feet onto the mat, knees bent. The legs in bridge position, so just tapping your heels with your middle fingers. Hands pressing into the mat. We're going to move with the breath. On your inhale, press down and slowly lift the hips up. Exhale to lower the back down. 4 more like that, moving with the breath. Inhale, come up. Exhale, lower down. Keep going. 3 more times, no rush. Come up any height. And that final time, just release the back down onto the floor. Pause for a moment. Bring the soles of the feet together and let the knees open up wide. The hands can rest wherever they've chosen to be. Now bring the knees together. Fingers behind the knees. We're going to rock up and over and meet on all fours. 1 round of cow and cat. Inhale to look up and open the chest. Exhale, round the back and tuck the chin. Come into a neutral spine. Take puppy pose. So you might need to creep your knees back a little bit. Then walk the hands forwards and start to sink the chest down. So either just hover here or bring your forehead down. Maybe you can bring your chest and your chin down. But keep sticking your bum up. The hips are above the knees. I like to tuck my toes under. And then lengthen as much as you can through both sides. Walk the hands in. Come back to all fours. Tuck your toes under and we'll push back to downward facing dog. Lift the sit bones up and back. And go ahead and pedal out the feet. Make any other adjustments that you need here. And then come to stillness in the down dog. Spread your fingers out, plug the fingertips in, push the mat away in a way that the armpits sink down and the sit bones lift up. We can keep a little bend in the knees. Use an inhale to lift up onto tiptoes. And the exhale sinks the heels back and down. 2 more. Inhale, come up. Exhale, heels down. This time, inhale, come up onto tiptoes and then come forwards into a plank, either with your knees lifted or you release the knees down. Take another inhale here. Use your exhale to come down onto your belly. Press the tops of the feet down, forehead down. 3 baby cobras. Inhale, lift the chest, the hands, the head. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Use your inhale to push up through the knees or plank. Exhale back to downward facing dog. Inhale, lift up onto tiptoes. And then fan your heels over to the right. So I'm on the outside edge of my right foot, inside edge of the left foot. With down dog, torso and arms stay the same. You can keep your knees a bit bent. Stick your bum up and back behind you. Inhale, come back to tiptoes, heels high. And then sink the heels over to your left. Keep the arms straight and strong. Look back towards your feet. Keep pressing into the hands. Inhale back to center. Exhale, sink the heels down. Look forwards and make your way to the top of the mat. A halfway lift. Inhale. Fold forwards. Exhale. Take ragdoll. Bring your feet at least hip width. Fold over bent knees. Let your head dangle. Little fingers rest in the elbow creases. Soften the shoulders. Squeeze the belly in and get a slightly deeper fold. And give the head a shake out. Little rock from side to side. And release your hands down. Rise all the way up. Inhale. Exhale, hands to heart. And be still, stand tall. Smooth out the breath. Now release the hands by the sides. We'll flow through sun salute A. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale to fold forwards. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale back to plank. Inhale here. Exhale to lower down. Inhale for cobra, come up high as you like. Exhale back to downward facing dog. Now settle in and take 5 breaths. Same as the practice at the beginning, follow each breath in and out. On an inhale, lift up onto tiptoes. Drop your heels over to the right. Your next inhale, come back through center. Fan the heels over to your left. Come back to center. Lift the heels up. Then sink the heels back and down. Look forwards. Make your way to the top of the mat. A halfway lift. Inhale. Forward fold. Exhale. Inhale to rise up. Cactus the arms on your exhale. Inhale, reach up. 2 more times. Exhale, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Inhale, reach. Last time. Cactus arms, exhale. Inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Step back to your plank, exhale. And inhale here. The exhale, you lower down. Inhale for cobra or up dog. Exhale, we meet in down dog. For 5 breaths. Close your eyes. Follow the breath. Use your next inhale to come onto tiptoes. Then drop the heels over to your right. And this time, keep the hands plugging in. Maybe you lift your left leg up. Maybe not. It's kind of a lopsided 3-legged dog. Place that left foot back down so the heels are still pointing to your right. Come up onto tiptoes, heels high. Sink the heels over to your left. Either stay here or lift that right leg up. We're pressing into the hands or pressing into the left foot. Then release the right foot down. Come up onto tiptoes. Exhale to sink the heels back and down. On your next exhale, look forwards. Walk or hop to the top and take a halfway lift. Inhale. Fold forwards, exhale. Rise up, inhale. And we'll keep flowing, forward fold, exhale. A halfway lift, inhale. Step back to your plank, exhale. Take an inhale. The exhale, you lower down. You might just come halfway down, that's chaturanga. Inhaling for cobra or up dog. Exhale, push back to down dog. And find stillness for your 5 breaths. Anytime you need to rest, you can take child's pose. Take your time. Come back to the practice when you wish. One more breath here. And then we're going to add on a little bit more. Bring your heels high, tiptoes. Drop the heels over to the right, still pressing into both hands. The option to lift your left leg up. The option to lift your left hand up. So you're pressing into your right hand, your right foot, and fix the gaze onto one spot. When you wobble, have another go. If the wall's there, you can lean against the wall. Place the left hand down, the left foot down, come up onto tiptoes, lift the heels up. Drop the heels over to your left. Now set yourself up. The fingers are spread out wide. My left foot is pretty much flat on the mat. I press down and the right leg lifts up. The right foot is flexed, so the right leg's engaged. Keep pressing down. The core engages. Then you might float your right hand up. And somehow, when I do this on Zoom, it seems to work. If I was doing this by myself, I'd be all over the place. Release the right hand down, the right foot down, come up onto tiptoes, and let's come into child's pose. Take the knees wide, big toes to touch. Maybe you make a pillow for your head with your hands and rest. Smooth out the breath. If you need to take some wrist rolls, go ahead. You've got 5 more breaths. And when you're ready, we'll meet in downward facing dog. On your next exhale, look forwards and step or hop to the top. A halfway lift. Inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Grab ragdoll again, feet about hip width apart, a nice bend in the knees. And maybe a different arm variation. You can interlace the fingers behind the back, or you can interlace the fingers around the back of the head. And be very floppy. Now release the hands down. Take the feet to the edges of the mat and we'll come into a squat. Always the option to sit on your block if you have it handy, or your milking stool. We're here for 5 breaths. If you want to play with crow this evening, go ahead. Maybe next time. Remember to hug everything in. Hug the belly in, look forwards and spread the weight through the hands into your fingertips. And the big toes come to touch. Maybe a couple more breaths wherever you are. Good. We'll meet in a standing forward fold at the top of the mat. Heel turn the feet towards each other. Either feet are hip width or big toes touching. Coming into chair pose. Sink the hips, reach the hands up. The legs are together. You can squeeze the legs together. Hug the belly in. Open up through the chest. Maybe sit a little bit deeper. Add a little smile. 2 more breaths. On an exhale, forward fold, release. And step straight to downward facing dog. Inhale to float your right leg up, 3-legged dog. Exhale to step the right foot through. And bring the back knee down for a low lunge. Hands inside the right foot. Sink the hips down. Either hands on the mat or grab your block. Holding it here. Deepening the breath. We're going to pull back to half splits. Shift the hips back and flex the right foot. A hamstring stretch. So you can spread that through the back of the thigh, the hamstring, but also down into the calf, the back of the ankle. Turn the toes towards you, get it into the sole of the foot. Now shift back into your low lunge and take a twist. Left hand down, reach the right hand up. Now either right hand reaches up or you could rest it on your right hip. Hold it here or add in the quad stretch. Bending the left knee, squeeze that heel in towards your bum. You can feel that stretch, so you could just stay like this or bring the hand to the left foot. Open up through the right shoulder, keep sinking down, but lifting up. Then gently release. Both hands down, tuck the back toes, lift the back knee up for a crescent lunge. Find your feet, then you lift up, maybe hands onto your hips or hands high to the sky. Couple of breaths here. Drop the back heel down and open into warrior two. Lift the front palm and reverse. Right hand up, left hand down. You could grab a half bind, draping this left hand around your back. And then deepen that bend into the front knee. Don't lose the legs. The next inhale, you flow all the way through to side angle, reaching your left hand high, the right elbow resting on the right thigh. And open the left armpit up. Inhale, come back to warrior two. And take an interlace behind the back for humble warrior. And inhale lifts the chest up. And the exhale, you dive towards the top left corner of the mat and let your head go. Maybe the hands rest on your back, or you could lift the knuckles up towards the ceiling. This right leg starts to sing, so press into that left foot. Now release the hands down. You're back in a lunge. Kick the right leg high, three-legged dog. And give the right leg a shake out. And release to down dog. Now you choose, you can rest here or take child's pose or flow through the vinyasa. That's your choice. One breath, one movement, no rush, no race. We've got 3 breaths before we move on to the second side. Moving on. Use your next inhale to lift the left leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale to step it through, a helping hand if you need to. And bring the back knee down, low lunge. Hold it here. You could be still or maybe a little bit of a sway from side to side or pulsing in and out. We shift back to half splits. Pull the hips back and turn the left toes up. Again, you can hold it or you can move a little bit. We're going to come back into the lunge and add in the twist. Right hand down, left hand up. Hold it here. Or bend your back knee. Squeeze the hamstring so that heel comes in towards you. See if you can bring your left hand to the right foot. It's all optional, just add on as you want to. Remember, this block under your right hand makes your right arm that much longer and therefore the back foot that much more accessible. Now release, both hands down. Moving into the crescent lunge. Tuck the back toes, pick the back knee up. Rise up. Really bending into your left knee, strong through the back leg. We open into warrior two. Reach the hands away from each other. Flip the front palm and reach up. Reverse warrior. Left hand up, right hand down, or maybe that half bind. Inhale through to side angle. Reach the right hand high. Turn the chest a little bit more to your right. Maybe open up to the ceiling. Now rise back to warrior two, pressing into your feet, strong legs. Find the interlace behind the back. Pull the knuckles down, open the chest. Then you fold forwards and let the head go. 2 more breaths. Release your hands down, you're back in a lunge. Kick the left leg up and back behind you. 3-legged dog, shake it out. Then release the left foot down and pause. Be still, just take a moment. Either rest or flow through the vinyasa. Inhaling to plank. Exhale, bend the elbows to lower down. Inhale, lift up into your back bend, open the chest. Exhale, back to down dog. Take 5 breaths. Is there anything you could do in your down dog to make it feel a little bit easier, softer? On an exhale, look forwards, and we step or we hop lightly to the top. Take a halfway lift. Inhale. Fold forwards. Exhale. Inhale, rise up. Press the palms at the top. Hands to heart. Exhale. Be still. Smooth out the breath. Spread the breath out. And we're going to go into tree pose. Lift your right knee up. Either bring your right heel to rest above the ankle, press the right foot into your calf, or maybe that foot presses into the inner thigh. Find the variation that works for you and stabilize here. Press the foot into the leg into the foot. Press your hands together, lift the chest to the thumbs, soften the shoulders. Maybe the hands start to reach up. You could stay here. We'll grab that interlace behind the back again. Open the chest, pull the knuckles down, look up. Inhale to look forwards. Reach the arms out to the sides. We'll take eagle arms, thread your right arm under the left. Either hands come onto your shoulders or wrap the forearms. Lift your elbows up. Stay just like this. We'll thread that right leg over the left and then squeeze the thighs together. Squeeze the belly in, squeeze the arms together. Sit a little bit deeper. You start to sink down. Very good. Couple of breaths here. Can you pull the shoulders back a little bit more over the hips? Could you sit down one notch more? On your next inhale, unravel, release, shake it out. Bring the hands back to the heart. Same, second side. Tree on the left. Same variation as you took on the first side. And stabilize here. Reach your hands up. Keep the hands high or grab the interlace behind your back. Open up, lift up, look up, lean back. Look forwards. Reach the arms out to the sides. Eagle arms on your left. Left arm comes under the right. Either bear hug or wrap the forearms. Lift your elbows up. Stay with your tree legs or take eagle legs. Wrap the thigh around. You can use your left toes as a little stand if that's helpful. Then start to sit down. Lift the elbows up. Pull the shoulders back. Keep sitting down. On your next inhale, unravel and reach up. Big toes to touch. Forward fold on your exhale. Take a couple of breaths here. Shake it out if that feels good. And then step back to downward facing dog. We're going to go through our standing sequence. One breath, one movement. Use your inhale to lift the right leg up. Three-legged dog. The exhale steps the right foot through. Release the back knee down. Low lunge. Take an inhale here. Exhale, pull back, half splits. Inhale forwards. Exhale to twist, just the twist. Inhale, the right hand down. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee up. When you're ready, crescent lunge, rise up. On your next exhale, warrior two, open hips and arms. Inhale, reverse, right hand up and back. Exhale to side angle. Inhale to warrior two. Exhale, interlace behind the back. And inhale to puff up your chest. And the exhale to humble warrior. Let the head go. Release your hands down and kick back to a three-legged dog. Right leg lifts up and back. Bend the right knee. Open your hip. Lift the right knee up. Now you can stay just like you are, or we'll take wild things. So come onto the outside edge of your left foot. Bring your right toes down behind you. And then swivel the belly, the chest up towards the ceiling. Reach your right hand up to get a lift up. Then you might reach your right hand up and overhead. Wild thing. And then we make our way back to downward facing dog. There is an optional vinyasa where you can rest. We meet in down dog. When you're ready, take an inhale through the nose. A big sigh out through the mouth. We're going to do that sequence on the second side. Moving with the breath, no rush. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Exhale, steps the left foot through. Drop the back knee down. Take an inhale. Exhale, half splits. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, twist left. Inhale, left hand down. Tuck the back toes. Find your feet. When you're ready, crescent lunge, rise up. Take an inhale here. And exhale to warrior two. Inhale to reverse, left hand up. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, interlace the fingers. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to humble warrior. Release your hands down. Kick back, three-legged dog. Left leg up and back. Bend the left knee. Open the left hip up. Stay here or wild thing. Pivot onto the outside edge of your right foot. Bring your left toes down behind you. Swivel the belly, chest up to the ceiling. Reach the left hand up, lift up. Then extend the left arm overhead. When you're done, make your way back to downward facing dog. Just pause for a moment. Notice what you feel physically, mentally, emotionally. Now you choose if you want to rest, down dog or child's pose, or move through the flow. On your next exhale, look forwards, step through to seated, and come down onto your back. So we will meet lying down, hug your knees in. Take any movements that you need here. And then release the feet onto the floor. Knock your knees together. Rest one hand on the belly, one hand on the heart. Allow the body to settle. Feel your breath slowing, the heart rate steadying. We'll take figure four on the right. We're crossing your right ankle over the left thigh. Flex the right foot. Use your right hand just to press the right knee open, the right thigh. I invite you to stay like this today, just for a couple of breaths. And then we're going to wrap the right leg around the left, like eagle legs, or like you've crossed your legs, and take a twist. So move your hips a couple of inches to the right, and then the legs roll over to your left. If this feels uncomfortable for you, lose the wrap and just bring your thighs together. Or if you have a block handy, you can just rest the knees on a block. Rest your left hand on your belly. Reach the right hand out to the right. See if you can let go of any unnecessary tension that's holding. Feel the shape that you're in here, really kind of wrapped up, ringed up like a cloth. And we'll take the 3 big breaths. So inhale, let the breath expand into the torso. And the exhale, you squeeze the breath out. 2 more like that. Unwrap the legs and come back to center. Feet near the edges of the mat and knock your knees together. Just take a moment. We'll take figure 4 on your left. Flex the left foot. Press the left knee open. Hold it here, or if you did thread the needle on the first side, go ahead. Now wrap your left thigh around the right, eagle legs. All thighs together if that's what you did on the first side. Bump the hips to your left and roll the legs over to your right. With or without a block. Left arm reaches out to the left. Right hand resting on your belly. Scan through and soften. Take 3 deep breaths. Unravel your legs. Come back to center. The soles of the feet together and the knees open wide. Let your hands be where they want to be. Get rid of your fidgets. Feel that the back of the body is very heavy onto the mat. And the knees are opening up. And the hips and the groins release. And breath has come back to very gentle, natural rhythm. And bring your awareness inside and scan from top to bottom, side to side, front to back. Just take some time to check in and notice any shifts that may have occurred. Now you're welcome to stay in this position or self-adjust into Shavasana, final pose. any other variation of it, wherever you want to be today for the last few minutes. Make sure you feel comfortable, that you are warm. Maybe grab a blanket if you need it, an eye pillow if that's what you like. Let go of the body, let the whole body be heavy. We take a few minutes to be still and quiet. Use this time to let mind disconnect. I will let you know when it's time to come out of the practice. We'll start now to deepen the breath. When you're ready, begin to move. Move in a way that is natural for you. And then bring the knees in. Let yourself roll to one side and make your way up to sit with the hands in prayer in front of the heart. Close the eyes. And take a moment to acknowledge your practice your effort. Give yourselves thanks for taking the time to practice consistently. Acknowledge the benefits of the practice in the body and the mind and the breath. And place the thumbs to the third eye and remember your intention. We bow the head to the heart to seal the practice. Namaste. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, Tracy.